everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Orange Zeppelin, and I'm trying to find lighting that doesn't make me look super pink, but it's, for whatever reason, not really working today. It is the 2nd of November, and October... Now, when you're watching this video right now, my Inktober video has already gone up, and if you've seen that, you know that this was the first Inktober in my 8 years of doing Inktober that I actually did not finish. And I did have a skipped day that eventually led to I straight up didn't finish, and that's because I just am trying to do too much, which is the story of my life on a regular basis. But more so because for the last several months, I've been trying to balance the job that I have with trying to do all the art that I normally do and trying to do the workout schedule that I normally do. And it's just not really working out. I got super burnt out, and I needed to just take time to just not do anything, not have to think about a new project when I get home, because I already had some pretty big projects that I was working on. Because last month you already saw the Kill Them Dead submission. I'm pretty sure you saw that. I'm gonna slap that in here in the event that you actually haven't seen that, because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't remember if I shared it in the last vlog, but I'm just gonna put it in here anyway, because I might have also put the link to the Indiegogo campaign for that comic / power metal album / just very cool project in general that is related to. The main thing I was working on for October, other than Inktober, is another indie comic project. This one is up on Kickstarter. I'm going to put a link to that project also, and this is a variant cover for Barbarian Queen Karybdis, and this took a lot of my time up in the beginning of the month. So this was my main priority. So there were plenty of days where Inktober was basically an afterthought that I didn't have a lot of time to work on, because it was like I go to work for a full shift, and then I go home and work on painting that, and then I gotta figure out what I'm sketching that day, because sometimes I didn't have time to do my drawing at work, or it just wouldn't work out super well to draw at work. I don't have the best, I don't have the most optimal setup for drawing at my retail job, as you can imagine. That they don't really design the workspace with the artist in mind, because presumably you are actually doing your job while at work rather than just drawing, so it doesn't really work out that well. But where was I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought. Well, I was talking about Inktober. I actually did put a star for success by Inktober on my list, because I got the vast majority of the days taken care of, and I am happy with what I made. You can watch that whole video if you want to see what I posted. Actually, one thing that would be worth it to talk about is in previous years, I've not posted every single day. I've posted in batches. And this year, it felt like it just was easier to post every day. So I just took a photo with my phone. I posted on Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. I did not do DeviantArt because that's a little annoying to post from my phone. And I kind of want to make the art I have on my DeviantArt closer to a portfolio, which I do have a portfolio already online. It's just I want my DeviantArt to be kind of a better assortment of art and not just random doodles, because I don't know, I just feel like that it's got a good gallery system. I'm fond of DeviantArt, even though in past years it's not what it used to be, but I like the structure of the site. It's good as a portfolio and a gallery of your best pieces, so I kind of like to use it that way. But Inktober, I'm going to call that a success, even though I didn't get every single day done, because I do always tell people, did you do most of the days? Did you attempt to do ink something on every day? You don't even have to follow a prompt. just, if you did something, you win. That's my policy, and I don't hold myself to the exact same policy. For me, I'm like, oh, I didn't create a masterpiece every day, I failed. But no, that's not a good attitude to have. So I'm going to call Inktober a success. I did a Sonichu themed Halloween piece for a collaborative project, so I'm going to stick that in. This is a commonly forgotten Sonichu character, forgotten by everybody, including the creator. It is Vamprosa, which is what Rosechu supposedly evolves into at some point, and she kind of... this just never shows up in the mainline Sonichu comics, so I did think she would be fun to draw, very Halloween appropriate. And then next on my list was, of course, the Barbarian Queen Karybdis piece. We're not going to talk about Whoa Awesome Space Babe, because what I wanted to do... Okay, we're going to talk about it, because I keep saying I swear I'm going to get it done. But what I decided I wanted to do is assemble it to be physically printed. And I did not have the time to do that. So I swear it is coming. I've said that like several months in a row now, but oh my goodness. Next on the list that I actually did want to get done, and you will have seen this in my Inktober video. I've actually got it taped to my table right now. I've got some washi tape on the edges. Let me see if I can just comfortably peel it off and not mess anything up. I'm painting Dracula, but very specifically Nicolas Cage's Dracula from the Renfield movie, and I wanted to have that done by Halloween, and that just didn't happen. But I would like to get... I'm going to just try to do a lot of work on that today, which I do have another project that I want to work on today, but mostly just in the planning stages, and I will get to that in a bit. So that is going to be... that right now is kind of my main priority project. And then, other than that, I had a couple of videos. I had the 2 comic videos up. So I'm going to call October successful, even though I didn't finish everything I wanted to. I couldn't finish everything I wanted to. So that leads into November, and I'm looking at my list and thinking, really? Am I like that? I think it looks like a much worse list than it actually is. I will explain. So the goal with November, which will be a fun month, it's my birthday month, so I will find as many excuses to have fun as I can in November. I have some things on that list that are just like completely stupid things that could be done in a day. They're just fun forum related, Discord server related things that are more done for practice, and that is what I want to start focusing some attention on, is doing practice work, doing studies, and just doing a lot of random things in my sketchbook rather than necessarily just focusing on doing a lot of finished pieces. Which, the Dracula piece, definitely, that is the big finished piece I will be focusing on in November, which will be done pretty soon. Well, Awesome Space Babe X needs to just frickin' get done already so I can move on, and I think the fact that I have a project that has been sitting unfinished for so long, I think that is not helping my stress level in terms of I'm not getting enough things done, because I'm trying to do too many things concurrently, and that's not even gonna... that's not possible. I don't know why I've convinced myself that I have boundless amounts of energy, but I will take care of that. I do have a couple of videos. I have a birthday special video. I've got some comics I'm going to review that I'm super excited I got a hold of. So that's going to be a surprise. The 200 subscriber special, I'm like 5 people away. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, I just need 5 more of you and I'll do that video. That'll be a surprise even to me, because I'm not actually sure what it is I want to do there, which there is a coloring book video that I'm gonna do. It could be that becomes the 200 subscriber special. I don't know. I'll find out. And then there's like 2 pieces that I want to do that'll basically be sit down in one afternoon and have fun with it, and they're just forum in jokes. The Discord server thing, maybe it was a bad idea to agree to this, but it's a project we're kind of keeping a secret right now before we announce that this has been created, just because we don't want to have a bunch of random people trying to get in on the project and making it more complicated to handle than it needs to be. Maybe I make it sound like we're gatekeeping the project, but it is an animation project, which my animation skills are avant-garde. I know some people say I'm an amazing animator. This is some kind of postmodern avant-garde. I would call myself a bad animator. I would call myself, you know, maybe not having any idea what I'm doing, but what I do have is a lot of Play-Doh and a lot of random cardboard. And this is an animation that at most is gonna be like a couple of seconds, and it's basically just a few motions that are being repeated. So it's not gonna be a massive ordeal, but it might be a lot more work than I needed to agree to when I'm sitting here talking about burnout. But that's basically what we're doing in November, I guess. I don't think I have any really exciting announcements other than the fact that you should check out the indie comics that I'm going to link below in the Kickstarter. In the video description, I'm going to link the Kickstarter for Barbarian Queen Karybdis, and then I'm going to link the Indiegogo for Kill Them Dead. They're both really cool projects. If you like badass fantasy, definitely check both of them out. I'm really happy to have gotten involved with both projects. Kill Them Dead and specifically was an art contest, so I'm impatiently awaiting to hear the results on that, because if you enter the contest, I think it was the first 4 places. So there's like 2 in the... I'm explaining this very poorly, but in addition to the comic, there's a power metal album that is going to be printed on vinyl. It will have 2 vinyl records, and so side A, B, C, and D, and so there's going to be 4 winners chosen, and everybody's going to have their piece on one of the sides of the vinyl. So that's where we get the 4 winners, and I will be delighted if I am one of any of those 4. If I get first place, that's awesome. If I get 4th place, that's awesome. If I don't place, that's still fine, because people involved in the project said they really liked my piece. They actually did a live stream recently where, like, as soon as the contest ended, they did a live stream where they showed off all the entries, and they had some really good commentary on all the pieces, and I really appreciated being able to jump in on that live stream, hearing what they had to say about my piece. That was super cool. So I am very, very excited to hear the results of that contest. But I think that is just about it for today. Just a little short video, because I do want to get working on Dracula here, because that will give me more time to do weird, stupid things with Play-Doh this month. So on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Tell me what your plans for November are. Are you gonna do something really cool for November? I'm gonna eat haggis on my birthday, presumably, because that's what I bought. I bought a can of haggis, and I am delighted. I probably sound like one of the most boring people imaginable if my idea of an awesome birthday is I'm gonna eat haggis. Though, that might... to some people, that's a little too exciting. But Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great time making art.